Let's try a little thought experiment. What would actually happen if you woke up tomorrow and everyone on Earth was a millionaire? Would we all live in paradise, or would it unleash total chaos?
Okay, first things first. Let's start with the fun part, the fantasy, the moment that money actually hits your account. Go on, picture it. Right now, $1 million, tax-free, just sitting there. What's the absolute first thing you're running out to buy? A dream car? A house with a pool? Maybe a first-class ticket to, well, anywhere? Go ahead and lock in your answer because you are definitely not alone. So that's our scenario. It's not just you, it's your neighbor, it's your boss, it's every single person in every country on every continent. The world's financial landscape just changed forever, and it all kicks off with one massive global shopping trip. Right, so with everybody suddenly rich, the first, most predictable thing that's going to happen is a mad dash to buy all the things. And you can see how this plays out, right? It's a chain reaction. First, billions of people all at once rush out to spend their new cash. This causes a colossal spike in demand for everything. But here's the catch. The number of cars and houses and phones in the world hasn't changed at all. So pretty quickly, store shelves are bare. Waiting lists become impossibly long. And this is where our beautiful dream starts to turn into a bit of a nightmare. Because when everyone has the money, but there's nothing left to buy, the very idea of money itself starts to break down. This whole situation brings us face to face with a fundamental economic rule, and it's the exact reason why our millionaire paradise would very quickly fall apart. It's called the quantity theory of money. Now that sounds fancy, but the idea is actually super simple. It just means that if the amount of money in an economy goes way, way up, but the amount of stuff to buy stays the same, then prices have to go up to match. It's just too much money chasing too few goods. This little table makes it crystal clear. So in year one, you've got $100 and 100 widgets. Simple enough, right? Each widget costs $1. But in year two, after we've flooded the system with cash, there's $1 million chasing the exact same 100 widgets. The only way for the market to balance itself is for the price of a single widget to soar to $10,000. And that's the absolute key. We're not talking about prices just creeping up a bit. We are talking about an economic explosion, a detonation that leads to a condition where money itself, well, it basically dies. History actually has a name for this phenomenon, and it's one of the most destructive forces in all of economics. Hyperinflation. This isn't just high prices, it's prices rising so fast they become almost meaningless. The official benchmark is an inflation rate of over 50% per month. At that rate, your money loses more than half its value every 30 days. To make this real, just think about Zimbabwe during its worst period of hyperinflation. Prices were doubling every 24 hours. A loaf of bread that cost $1 on Monday morning cost $2 by Tuesday morning. By the end of that same week, it's more than $60. Your entire life savings, it would be worthless in a matter of days. And to see just how fast a currency can totally collapse, look at one of history's most famous examples, Germany's Weimar Republic. These numbers are almost impossible to wrap your head around. In 1922, the exchange rate was already a crazy 7,000 marks to the dollar. By the middle of the next year, it was 4.5 million. And then, just a few months after that, one single US dollar was worth 4.2 trillion German marks. The money was literally cheaper than wallpaper. People were burning stacks of cash for heat because it was worth less than firewood. Kids were playing with bricks of banknotes like they were wooden blocks. The currency had totally stopped being a store of value. It was just paper. A British ambassador at the time captured the absolute madness of the situation. He was talking about Germany's central bank, the Reichsbank, which was just printing money like there was no tomorrow trying to keep up. He said, "In the whole course of history, no dog has ever run after its own tail with the speed of the Reichsbank." So the fallout from this is just devastating. Savings accounts become worthless. People start hoarding food and basic supplies, which makes shortages even worse. Everyone loses faith in the currency. The entire financial system, banks, loans, investments, it all grinds to a halt, and society itself starts to crumble. This whole thought experiment really forces us to ask a really important question. If having $1 million doesn't actually make us wealthy, then what does? And this right here is the absolute key to understanding everything. Money, you see, is just a tool. It's a symbol we all agree to use to represent value. But real wealth, that's the actual stuff. The food, the houses, the medicine, it's the ability of an economy to produce those things, its factories, its technology, and the skills of its people.
So the biggest takeaway here is this. Making everyone a millionaire on paper doesn't magically create more resources. It doesn't build a single new house or train a single new doctor. All it does is devalue the money itself until everyone is a millionaire who can't even afford a loaf of bread. And all of this leaves us with one final critical question. Our little scenario proves that just creating more money isn't the answer to prosperity. So what is? What truly makes a society wealthier? Now that's something to think about.